Greetings, family. If you're hearing me, let's see if I'm live again. Having some issues here with um. Greetings, family. Welcome back to BCN Sports watch along of Cote d'Ivoire versus Burkina Faso. Having some issues here with our streaming platform, OBS Studio. So if the stream is disrupted again, then I may have to jump off. We keep having OBS Studio crash. Still 2-0 in the game. 56 minute in the contest. It's all Ivory Coast. Diamande was thought they should have gotten a penalty there, but the referee said no doing. Young foul there. Free kick to Ivory Coast. There are levels to this thing, and I think Ivory Coast is just on another level for this Burkina Faso team. A very physical game here. And now there's another free kick on Inao. Inao has picked up another free kick there. Yo, look at him on jersey. Simpor. Hard tackling Simpor. Just it's this is not a good look. They can't keep up with this Burkina Faso team. Coach Brahma Traore looking for some solutions. 2-0 Cote d'Ivoire leading Burkina Faso. We're in the 57th minute of play. And by the way, apologies for the interruption in the stream. Again, had some technical difficulties on my end. This is why the stream dropped. Our streaming platform was having connection issues. Hopefully that has been rectified. But if we continue to have those issues, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Here's the ball into the box, and almost on the end of it is Douehi, and it's over the top. Goal kick to Burkina Faso. 2-0, and the winner of this game will go on to play Egypt. Also on Saturday at 2 p.m. Nigeria will take on Algeria at 11 a.m. on Saturday. And Egypt will play the winner of this game. As it currently stands, looks like they will be playing Cote d'Ivoire. Mohamed Salah might be coming home early. Here comes Ahmad driving at number 12 for Burkina Faso, top sub. And it's a free kick to Cote d'Ivoire. Outside the 18-yard box. And maybe Emerson Faye should probably start making some subs. I mean, some of these players, you probably don't need a Frank Kessie for the remainder of this game. I mean, you know, and the reason why the timer is not up, the clock is not up, family, is because, I mean, again, I had some technical issues, and to start the clock now, it's hard to edit in the game. I haven't figured out how to edit it, so I'll just continue to share the time throughout the course of the remainder of the game. In the 60th minute of play, free kick to Cote d'Ivoire, to Ivory Coast. Ahmad and Diamande standing over it. The free kick is on the right side of the box. Referee giving instructions to both teams about hugging. Referee is not allowing that. Here is Diamande. Ahmad swings it into the box and into the arms of goalkeeper Kofi, who's quickly looking to get the Stallions of Burkina Faso going. And he's slowed down there by and the referee is by Gossan. The referee said no doing and has offered a free kick. Business end of the African Cup of Nations. 8 teams will remain after this round. The final game in the round of 16. We have English Premier League game that is currently going on also. English Premier League. West Ham versus Nottingham Forest 1-0, an own goal early in the game. Here is the Stallions of Burkina Faso trying to find a way back into this contest. It's been all Cote d'Ivoire. Here is the ball outside to Ivory. Ivory now trying to cut it inside. Cleared out by Ndiga. And a clash there between Dalo and Dayo. Now Ivory outside. As a Jamaican, we always want to say Ivory. Here comes Ivory. Number 21. Or is it number? Yep, number 21, Ivory. Big up yourself, youth. Here's the ball out wide to Otara. Otara, a couple steps over. Cuts inside. Otara trying to get the shot. And almost snuck it in at the post there. Fofana was wise to it. Hey, the Stallions are knocking on the door. If Burkina Faso is able to score the next goal, then it will be an interesting contest from here in. Again, sorry for the late start. Again, having technical issues with the stream, so had to jump off and restart the stream. Big up to those on the live. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to smash the like button. Had some issues there with OBS Studio. Hopefully it's all rectified now. Here comes Cote d'Ivoire. Sending the ball long. Looking for Anao. Anao. Looking for a very good young player. Find Kosan. Kosan back to Anao. Looking for Ahmad. Plays it too short. And back there to cover is Arsene Kouassi. And a free kick to Burkina Faso. Arsene Kouassi, very much right place at the right time. We're seeing the replay here of the very good step by Otara and a very good save by Fofana. Otara able to get in front of Kosano. So the Stallions do have a fight in them. Burkina Faso Stallions do have a fight in them. Here is Simpore, Dayo trying to go through the midfield and it's foul. And Ino picks up a yellow card and Ino is touching the referee, begging, saying that this shouldn't be a yellow card. The game is coming to life. Again, if Burkina Faso is able to score the next goal, this would be a mad dash to the end, and that is definitely a foul. Trying to get caught up with everything since I had a bit of issues there with the stream. Is still debating with the referee. Leave it alone. Final round of 16 match in African Cup of Nations. Free kick to Burkina Faso. Looking for at least a goal. Again, I'm having some issues with the stream. Ball into the box and it headed on. Seems like the issues with the stream is still there. A bit delayed now. It seems like this is the latest issue that I'm having. Let me listen to the engine. Listen to what's going on. I may have to stop the stream. Here's the ball down the wings. And it's out. Here is Cote d'Ivoire. Ball sent long by Ndika. Now intercepted by Ivory Coast. Ball is back with Burkina Faso. Send it long, looking for number 19, who's out wide, who's been effective since joining the play. And he's been fouled on the cusp of the 18-yard box. Ibrahim Sangare with an aggressive approach to the referee. And it's a yellow card. And Dika now getting involved. Number 19 for Coach Brahma Traore has been a handful. Has been doing the business. Number 19. Let's get the player's name here. Actually, I am not able to see this jersey properly. Yep. Georgie Minogu. Georgie Minogu has been very, very effective since entering the game. Seems like the stream is fine. Just got a message that it seems okay. Everything is good. Still waiting for this free kick to take place. Free kick is on the edge of the 18-yard box for Burkina Faso on the left side of the arc. Fofana, the goalkeeper for Ivory Coast, he's requesting how many people in this wall? 6? Burkina Faso has grown into the game. Definitely has grown into the game in the second half. And again, my apologies for the issues, the technical issues, and the reason why I had to stop the stream. Hopefully you can hear me and hear me well now. Here is free kick getting ready, standing over it. On the cusp of the 18-yard box. Here is the free kick. Shot blocked by the wall and cleared out by Ivory Coast. Free kick taken by Ibrahim Traore. Ball sent long, looking for Georgie Minjuno. And Georgie Minjuno has been very effective for the Stallions. And the ball is headed back into the arms of goalkeeper Fofana. You know, if I am Ivory Coast, I would probably double team Georgie Mingino. I would probably double team him. Once he gets the ball, he has no nonsense driving at Douay. And he's breezing past, blowing by Douay easily. And we have another free kick here. Game has been a stop-start game the second half. And Inno, Irie with a foul on Inno. How old is this kid? So actually, the man lying under the wall did the trick there for Ivory Coast. And that was actually Inno. Here's the ball into the box from... And Guessant with a flicked on. Couldn't get it on to the target. Thinks that it went off the opponent and it should be a corner kick. He's 19 years old. That is Chris Olay. He's 19 years old. Very lively player. Here is Irie for Burkina Faso trying to do a step over. And didn't go anywhere and turn over the ball. Now it's back to Burkina Faso. 70th minute into the game. 7-0. Ball is out to Georgie Mingo. Now the race is on. Ball outside looking for the overlap there of Iago. And Dika quickly out to... Kosuno is quickly out to close the door. BCN Sports watch along of Afcon Cup of Nations. Here at BCN Sports we have covered all the round of 16 games. Here's the cross into the box by Irie. And it's into the arms of goalkeeper Fofana. 71st minute. Pass the ball, kid. And every time Christ, gets fouled, he's asking for a yellow card. Come on, man. Traore coming on. 2 more subs for Brahma Traore, the coach of Burkina Faso. We have another Traore coming on. The captain is coming off. No, not the captain is not coming off. He's just giving the armband to Bertrand Traore, of course, formerly of Aston Villa fame. Man, Bertrand Traore, it's been a long time. Also on for Burkina Faso, Kobore is on for Yago. Irie is also off for Bertrand Traore. It's been a long time I've seen Bertrand Traore. Of course, remember him from his wonderful playing days with Aston Villa. By the way, did this thing disconnect again? If this thing disconnected again, this is when I'm stopping. No, I'm still live. Make sure to smash the like button. Here is Cote d'Ivoire. Ball down the left. Looking for finds Guassan Diamande. Diamande can't get past 2 players, and it's cleared out by Drago. Throwing to Cote d'Ivoire. Emerson Faye in that touchline, looking to win his second consecutive African Cup of Nations title. Coach for the Stallions, Brahma Traore, talking to his bench, talking to his staff, and the ball is cleared out, and it's still Bertrand Traore there. No. Seems like the ball is out for... Or who is that ball off last? That looks like it's off Burkina Faso. Oh, the referee says off... Wait, foul? I don't see how that's a foul. Alright, so Burkina Faso has Ouattara and Bertrand Traore. Come on, you can get something going. And Ouattara says, come on, goalkeeper, get the ball up. Long ball finally played out. I don't know if Lassine Traore is effective in this position. Here comes plays the ball wide to Frank Kessie. Kessie finds Amad Diallo. Amad Diallo trying to curl it in, and it's too close to goalkeeper Kofi. Kofi now sends it long, looking for Georgie Mingo. Kosuno quickly over. And again, I think get the ball to Georgie, because he has been impactful since he entered the game. Kofana in goal for Ivory Coast with it. We're in the 74th minute of play. 2-0 Ivory Coast leads. Goal from Diamande and Diallo. Here is Croissant. Finds Ibrahim Sangare in midfield. Who finds Kessie? Kessie then sends it wide right to Amad Diallo. Who finds Dwehi. Dwehi squares his man up. Cuts it into the box. And quickly there to intercept is Drago. Now a shot from... is that from Kessie on... Yes. That was... hey, it's a slow backlift from the old Frank Kessie on that one. The fans of the Elephant in full voice, Ermisefe in deep conversation, and 2 subs coming on for Ivory Coast. Grosso is coming on for Guasant. His day is done. Diamande is also coming off. Very well placed there by Diamande. Very well placed goal. BCN Sports watch along of African Cup of Nations. I don't know if there's any other channel on YouTube outside of the TV rights holder that is BCN Sports here in the States that have covered Afcon like we have here at BCN Sports. So kudos to all the people here at BCN Sports for making this happen. All right, and I know some of you would like to watch the live games, but unfortunately we cannot give you those live games because of copyright issues. Hopefully the next Afcon we can have copyright. Here is a free kick to the Stallions of Burkina Faso. Georgie, bustling player, finds Drago. Drago out wide. Now here is Bertrand Traore. Bertrand Traore on the right foot. Now into the box. And a cross. And a shot there. But couldn't get on the end of it. Is that Simpori? Here comes Ivory Coast. And no. Has Diallo wide right. He plays it into Amad Diallo into the box. And he's somehow saved by Kofi. Very good save by goalkeeper Kofi. Very good. Or maybe Amad Diallo should be scoring that one to put this game to bed. Very good play by Christ. Actually, did he end up lucky? Hey, that look, that is luck all about. Hey, look, I don't know how that stayed out. So Amad Diallo tricked the goalkeeper, went to his right with the shot. Goalkeeper Kofi utilized his left leg and got a deflection of the ball, and it deflected it off the post, off the crossbar, that is. Here is the corner kick, now in Cote d'Ivoire. Ball into the box. Kofi quickly up, couldn't get control on the first attempt. Now he's on the second attempt, trying to get Bertrand Traore. I'm not sure Bertrand is going to be able to catch that, or Georgie is going to be able to catch that at all. Georgie Mingo. Good recovery and defend there from Ino. And Georgie Mingo, Mongo, a very, very lively player on this field here for the Stallions of Burkina Faso. Georgie Minongo, very, very busy player. Very busy player. Diakate is also getting ready to come on from Ivory Coast. Here's the long ball, looking for the Ivory Coast striker. I think that's, who is that? John Felipe Grosso. Cut up by the Stallions. Here's doing a bit too much work. There's number 9 for Burkina Faso. So the second half, I think, the keys to the second half, I when I was on earlier, before I had trouble with the internet coverage or with the connection from OBS, I said, from a Burkina Faso standpoint, you want to keep a clean sheet in the second half and have a goal. And they've done just that. Now they have to find a goal from somewhere. And the ball is out for a goal kick to Cote d'Ivoire. BCN Sports watch along of African Cup of Nations final round of 16 game. The winner of this game will take on Egypt, the Pharaohs of Egypt, on Saturday at 2 p.m. We'll do a watch along as Drago is off, Boda is on. Drago day is done. Here is the goal kick for Ivory Coast. Sends it long, looking for Ino. Cleared out by defender Tapsoba. Ardayo dropping back there to clear it out. Conan getting ready to get the throw in. Referee says play on, even though there was a lot of misplaced pass there by the Ivorian player. Pass the ball, brother. The Burkina Faso player got himself in a bit of trouble. Bertrand Traore dribbling in front of his box, in front of his 18-yard box there, got himself into a bit of trouble. Was bailed out by the referee. Free kick to Burkina Faso. And I think MSFA has seen enough regarding young Christ. Um, Ole, who's been subbed off. Lively play, and Amad Diallo is also coming off. So, again, I cannot emphasize enough how deep this Ivory Coast team. Diakate is on. Time to keep what you have for Coach Emerson Faye. 81st minute of play. So Fofana is on. S Fofana, that is. And Diakate. Diakate and Fofana. Dallo and, are out for Cote d'Ivoire. And I think for Emerson Faye right now is just trying to see out this game, manage this game. It's gonna get a bit more physical late in this game as Burkina Faso tries to find a goal or two. Here is Fofana sending the ball long. Cleared out by the Stallions of Burkina Faso, only as far as to the Ivorian. Here is Grosso. Grosso sends it on misplaced pass. Picked off there by here is Otora. Otora looking to send through a player there. Can't get him going. Maybe selected the wrong player. Probably should have gone wide to Georgie Minongo. Here is George Minongo looking for a pass out wide. Cut off by Frank Kessie. And the ball is out for a throw. Traore and Dayo running into each other there. So, African Cup of Nations quarterfinal games loading up for this weekend on Friday at 11 a.m. On Friday at 11 a.m., Mali versus Senegal. As we wait to throw in for Ivory Coast, Friday at 11 a.m., Mali versus Senegal. And at 2 p.m. on Friday, Cameroon will take on Morocco. On Saturday at 11 a.m., Nigeria will take on Algeria. And the winner of this game will take on Egypt at 2 p.m. on Saturday. Here comes Georgie Miongo. Ball down the right side. Cleared out by Konoso. Or Kosono. Approaching the 85th minute of play. I'm throwing to Burkina Faso. Kobori sends it to Bertrand Traore, and again Bertrand Traore losing the ball, but bailed out by the referee as a foul is called on Fofana. And this is S Fofana. Y Fofana is in the goal for Ivory Coast. 85th minute of play. 2-0. Cote d'Ivoire. Long ball as Burkina Faso looks for just one goal somehow. Cleared out by Kosuno. And ball is back with the Stallions of Burkina Faso. Here is Georgie Mengo. Hey, George. Hey, George, what you doing, man? And he's fouled Fofana there. I mean, he gained an advantage. He found Diakate there. I mean, he had an advantage. So Diakate, I think what Emerson Faye decided to do is to send Diakate on, a bigger body, a much more physical player, to keep Georgie Minongo quiet. And I mean, it's gonna be an interesting battle for the remaining of the game. Keep an eye on that one. As the fans of the elephant in full voice. Ball is with Nagolo for Burkina Faso. Here is that. Now it's with Kofi in goal. Now he plays it short. Then he receives it back. Receives the ball. Now plays it wide. And looking for George Menongo, and the way he fronted him, and the ball is out of the way he for a throw. 87th minute of play, still 2-0 Ivory Coast. Final round of 16 game in African Cup of Nations. Long ball, the way he very close to George Minogo, who comes down with it. Plays it to Otara. Looking for Bertrand Traore. Now he's wide with it. Hugging close to the line. Dribbling as his man. Turns on the left foot. Trying to get into the box, but Traore is there for extra help. Traore of Ivory Coast is there for help as the elephant comes away with it. 3 versus 2. Traore scores! And that's it. Game, set, and match. 3-0. Very well. This guy's play. He used Frank Kessie as a decoy on that breakaway. And I mean, it's kind of a formality. It's not a surprise. Burkina Faso has been going, trying to find a goal, right? Trying to find their way back into the game. And when you go forward trying to find a goal, in search of a goal, then you will leave more space open. It was a 4-on-2 break, maybe a 5-on-3 break. And Traore said, you know what? I see you running with me. It's a number 24 goal scorer there, number 24. He came on as a sub. But Bazumana Traore with the goal. He came on as a sub in the 5th minute. No Wilfred Zaha today. No Wilfred Zaha today for I mean this again, I cannot emphasize enough how good this Ivory Coast team is. I mean, they're a very, very good team, and they have the confidence of being defending champs. Of course, several teams have won Afcon back-to-back. Egypt, with the only team being a 3 consecutive titles from Egypt in 06, 08, and 2010. So Egypt with the 3-peat. Ghana and Cameroon. Several nations have won African Cup of Nations back-to-back, including Egypt twice, including a historic 3-peat. Ghana and Cameroon also. Ghana won a back-to-back trophies in the 63 and 65 tournament. Cameroon won back-to-back trophies in 2000-2002 tournament. Egypt won back-to-back in 1957-1959, and then they won 3 consecutive African Cup of Nations titles in 2010, 2008, and 2006. So the elephants of Cote d'Ivoire looking to be back-to-back titles, win it for the second time in a row. Of course, and they have a player down here, Kosunu, is off the field. Here's the long ball into the box. All right, 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes of added time. And Ivory Coast is down to 10 men after Kosunu is off the field. Emerson Faye is sending on a sub. I mean, just make a game run out, yeah, brother. Osman Diamande, the defender Diamande is coming on. Georgie Minyongo trying to go at Dewey, ball into the box and not clear by Ivory Coast, and a shot from Bertrand Traore and couldn't get on the end of it, and Fofana easily collects. Emerson Faye is calling, saying, "Ref, why can't we?" I mean, the ball is out, Emerson. I mean, and none of the Ivorian players are putting the ball out, so they're just playing. And Emerson Faye is shouting at his team to put the ball out so they can get the sub, and now they finally send the ball out. Yeah, Bregin, you already up 3-0. We are worried about stop game for sub for. I mean, make the ball game play. I know Usman Diomande is on for Kosunu. He seems like he's fine. He seems like he's able to walk off fine, but he was injured. 3rd minute of added time. As the kids say, there are levels to this thing. West Ham still leading Nottingham Forest at halftime 1-0 in the English Premier League. Over in Serie A, Juventus leads Sassuolo 1-0. And that is the 49th minute. All right, we're in the final minute of added time here in the African Cup of Nations round of 16 game between Cote d'Ivoire and Burkina Faso. The Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire versus the Stallions of Burkina Faso, and the Stallions not winning today. Stallions are going to be eliminated from this tournament, so the Elephants will be winning. Here comes Cote d'Ivoire looking for an extra goal. Diakate cuts it inside, looking for Esfafana. Too soft was the cutback, and intercepted by Dayo. Here is Bertrand Traore doing a bit of step over there, and then just plays the ball back to his teammate. The ball is with Bertrand Traore. Traore now sends it back to his teammate, and they're just, yo, referee, blow off the game, because the 4 minutes up and they're not going anywhere. Let's just blow off the game. And now Frank Kessie picks it up in midfield. Frank Kessie sends it wide. Here comes a shot, and it's outside from number 14. And the referee has finally decided, no. It does, Bregin, no matter if you score one more goal, it done. Blow off a game. And it's all over. Good try from the Stallions of Burkina Faso, but it's a different animal. This team, this Cote d'Ivoire team is a different. It's a different team. There are levels to this. This is a much better team, a deeper team, and the result demonstrates that. Sorry to the Burkina Faso team, very talented group. GRJ, big up yourself. You put in a shift. Big up to the Stallions at this tournament. They've made a good account of themselves. But only 8 teams remain in the tournament, and we're approaching. Let's see if we can. If I can get the. See if I can get the schedule up here, but can't get the schedule up that quickly. So MSFA is looking to win consecutive Afcon, but we'll have a job to do. So the lineup for the quarterfinals is like this. Mali will take on Senegal Friday at 11 a.m. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a watch along on Friday. I have to get back to business as usual. So Mali will take on Senegal on Friday at 11 a.m. Cameroon will take on Morocco on Friday at 2 p.m. I'll be back on Saturday for Algeria versus Nigeria at 11 a.m. and Ivory Coast versus Egypt at 2 p.m. Unfortunately, looking at these semi-final games that are in the middle of the week on Wednesday, next week, January 14th, don't think I'll be able to cover those games, but we'll see. We'll play it by ear. Congrats to Ivory Coast. Congrats to all the teams that have, who've advanced to the next round. The round of 16 results, just to recap before I leave. Senegal defeated Sudan 3-1 on Saturday. Mali defeated Tunisia on penalties 3-2. Morocco 1-0 over Tanzania. Cameroon defeated South Africa 2-1. Egypt 3-1 victors over Benin. Nigeria, an impressive Nigeria, 4-0 over Mozambique. Algeria defeated a feisty DR Congo earlier today, 1-0. And the Ivory Coast just defeated Burkina Faso 3-0. The quarterfinals are Mali versus Senegal, Friday at 11 a.m. Cameroon versus Morocco, 2 p.m. on Friday. That game's going to be lit. All these quarterfinal games going to be lit. Algeria versus Nigeria, Saturday at 11 a.m. And Egypt will take on Ivory Coast, Saturday at 2 p.m. Apologies again for all the technical issues. Some of those things were out of my hands. And thank you for joining me over this last few days for multiple watch-alongs. Big up to those who will jump on the live. Always thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon. English Premier League games tomorrow and the weekend, but Afcon coverage on BCN Sports will continue. Keep it locked for the quarterfinal games coming up. Smash the like button, subscribe if this is the channel for you. Have a wonderful afternoon. Take care.